Hi, how are you? It's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior.
Greetings.
Today, guys, we are back in Silithus. We left Ungoro Crater last episode because we had a little death scare, and I got fed up, so we left. But we do still have a little bit of Ungoro soil. We need... It's 4 more moral grain here. Let's see if we get lucky. No. We just can't get lucky with this quest. I wonder why they made it like that. They're like, we'll just make sure they never get... You have to farm a certain amount of soil.
Can you feel it?
It's annoying. It's an annoying quest.
Weapons, and I shall renew their vigor.
I'm not too sure why they made it like that, but it is what it is. It's looking like we'll most likely not
of course you cannot. Hand me your armor and weapons, and I shall renew their
get the last 4, unless we get extremely lucky with the last 2 on Ungoro soil. But it's another annoying quest, like the slimes. Running around Ungoro looking for slimes, man. I wasn't too into that, but at least we got out of there alive. And today we're going to be fighting sand skitterers and dredge strikers, and also stone lash scorpion. Hope you guys are doing well today. Doing pretty good. Hope we survive another day. Last 4 levels will probably be a few jump scares. But that's why I say every time, if you're here like I am, don't do what I'm doing. I'm just trying to have a little bit of variety of the zones, right? That's why I went to Ungoro. Just stay in Fellwood and Winterspring. Get Songflower buff from the Songflowers and just, use that 5% crit all the way to level 60. And then if you have this add-on Nova World buffs, you can easily track cooldowns. If you're Horde, you can get rend every few hours, usually during the evening is when you can get it. Same with the Nixie and Nefarian. Watch out for these swarmers here. And then with those world buffs, you can just annihilate mobs, because that's how you're going to get to 60, is through killing mobs, mostly. Quests help quite a bit, but most of it is just farming mobs, and that's the main difference between, I guess you could say, retail and classic. Mob farming in retail is also really good. So, I guess it's good both versions. That's why people spam dungeons, right? You just keep queuing into dungeons, you slay a bunch of mobs. Yeah, nothing beats mob farming, man. Cartman knew the whole time what you need to do to level in WoW. Just don't stop taking down boars. But I think we're here a little early. Could have came here like 58, 59. But since we're down here, we might as well get some quests done. In China, some news about China, they're cracking down on real money trading and boosting in the game. So anybody who boosts people via account sharing in, Mythic Plus or arenas will be getting banned. And they have different punishments based on, how the person cheated. So boosting in Mythic raids, retail, Make sure we're okay here. Starting next season, players found to be participating in illicit raid boosting will have their raid drop and associated Great Vault rewards revoked. So the next season, they won't be getting any rewards from the Great Vault. Repeat offenders will face account suspensions of no less than 3 days. Any guild suspected of boosting will be disqualified from the Hall of Fame eligibility. Enforcement has already begun this season. So what Hall of Fame is, it's like the top 100 guilds, I think, from each faction. First 100 guilds to clear it, they get put into like a Hall of Fame. They get like a Hall of Fame achievement. It's pretty cool. And it is impressive you're like a top 100 guild. Because the content with the grading's pretty damn tough. I did it one time and I took down Mythic Cahoon. And then I got burnt out after and I stopped playing for a bit. Just a lot of grind. I did in Battle for Azeroth. That expansion was a real grindy expansion though, because you had to keep on leveling up your legendary neck via world quests. It's not as they don't really have stuff like that now, so the grinding isn't as brutal. Happy they got rid of that, to be honest. Need to get a food buff after this. Don't think we'll have enough to actually get all the way to the 60. Kind of running low. Got a few hours. We'll have to go out and farm some wolves. There's quite a few in Felwood, so you could go there. It's another good thing about Felwood. You get a bunch of meat for tender wolf steak. Oh, we got another person here, level 60. Priest. Let's see. Oh, wow, we got a buff. How about that? Didn't ask for it, guys. But we got it. 70 stamps, so 700 health. Pretty damn good. Another punishment they're doing for the real money trading and account sharing. High rating boosting in Mythic Plus dungeons. So what the punishment for that is, we will review and penalize offending accounts at the end of the season, revoking the season hero title. So they'll take titles away. Which people don't really, I don't know if people care that much, but I guess that's why they're boosting, right? Is to get the title. 56 is bold out here. Be safe. He's right. I don't know. I was saying that earlier. It's not really like smart to be here. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Just trying to get these quests done. Just need to stay away from the elite bugs. You just gotta stay close to Cenarian Hold. We're not really getting the drops, which really sucks. There's 60 Twilight guys over here. To watch out for them. It is pretty bold being out here at this level. It's not the greatest idea, but as long as we stay close to the hold and pay attention to where we are on the map, should be fine. They should have a wall of shame, man. That's what they should do as a punishment. If you like cheat, there should be like a wall of shame that you can look at and see who's cheated. Maybe people would actually cheat to get on there, though. You never know. we go. We finally got a Fang. Arena rated battleground boosting. And how people get boosted, they just share their accounts from account sharing. So for arena rated battleground boosting, accounts involved with high rated boosting in PvP will have their gladiator titles and mounts removed and will face suspensions of no less than 7 days. Oh, that's kind of great. That's a rough one, man. Is that all of their gladiator titles and mounts? It's kind of scary. Not worth. And then cross-realm battleground boosting. Players caught exploiting cross-realm battleground boosting will have their gladiator mounts and achievements revoked as well. Guess that's for our rated battlegrounds. So yeah, a lot of punishments going out. It's mostly for retail. I wish we'd seen a little bit of classic stuff going on there, because it's really ruining. It's not ruining class. I'd say it's ruined, but it does suck. You know, the boosting of characters and the gold selling in classic, it sucks. A lot of farms are not even worth doing because there's just so many bots that have taken over, you know, open world farming. That there's, you know, just a lot of competition to deal with. So trying to make gold the old-fashioned way by, like, you know, farming and selling stuff on the auction house is just harder to do. And you're better off just, you know, buying gold. And that's why people do it. I think WoW is still considered to be... I'm not sure about this, but I'm pretty sure WoW is still considered to be the #1 MMO at the moment, right? Never really heard of like an MMO replacing WoW yet. It's been quite a few though that have came out in the last like 10-15 years. I tried out New World. That was a good one. It's too bad they had such a crappy start to that game that it ruined the reputation of it. Supposedly there's still people playing it. Staying alive, New World. Ashes of Creation is the new, you know, up-and-coming MMO that people are excited about. Try to lose these stacks here. Do we have any anti-venom? No, we don't. You can get some from, I think, some mobs in Stranglethorn Vale. But we're Horde. You don't really get quests to fight them. It's the Curzon medics. I think they give like a cure poison item. Just waiting for this to fall off. There we go. I'm just gonna make sure we don't pull two here.
Get back.
Yeah, Ashes of Creation is like still in alpha, but a lot of people are excited for that. We'll see how it goes. Supposedly it's one of those MMOs that it's a little too ambitious with what it wants to do, so people believe that it'll never really be released. It's sort of trying to make like an actual world where players can build their own towns and villages and They can elect mayors and have like a political system and all that. It's kind of wild. Players can own land. Pretty wild, especially with that style of graphics too. You know, it's not like a 2D game. We'll see how that goes. I hope they get it going. It comes out. Makes it out of, you know, beta. Or I hope it just gets to beta, to be honest. We'll see what happens. Oh, what do we get here? An Arachnadian Armor of Spirit. 24 spirit, 74 armor. Cloth chest. It's the hive swarmer there. I don't want to venture off too far here. I think we can kill this Dredge Strike. We only need to get 3 more. Not too bad. Not too sure how long it'll take us to get all of the stingers. Need to watch out for the mobs spawning behind us and around us. This is like a really safe place to farm. I probably wouldn't want to venture out too far, like up here. And you want to kind of just stay near Cenarian hold. It's another MMO. Star Wars: The Old Republic, that came out a long time ago. Hopefully that has really good leveling and storytelling. And it's still going, I think. I think there's still like a small community playing. I think all these MMOs, like even though the player base isn't, you know, there isn't that big of a population, they still keep it running and going. I think the MMOs that are the closest to competing with WoW would probably be Final Fantasy 14. And we're okay here somewhere. Probably Elder Scrolls Online. I wonder how far this skidder is going to walk over. Just keeps on trucking here. Doesn't stop moving towards us. Gotta watch our backs. Those games have been out for a while, over 10 years, I think. Played a little bit of Lost Ark, but it didn't do too well. It kind of fell off once people got sick of the pay-to-win mechanics of the game. Well, the thing is, a lot of MMOs are pay to win. It's just a little bit more. You have to go through real money trading. Even WoW is sort of pay to win in a sense, especially now since you can buy the WoW token and just get gold that way. Need to really watch out here. Any more Dredge Strikers we got? One more. Really gotta watch out here. Make sure we don't get killed. Like, 2 of these mobs would be kind of hard to deal with. We just don't have the damage to, like, deal with them fast enough. Thing I could do is, you know, kite like this. Still getting hit, though. Do a little hamstring kiting. Old school RuneScape is getting a lot of, you know, publicity at the moment. A lot of like old WoW streamers are playing it. I think I would like that game, old school RuneScape. I don't know if I would check it out though. Not too sure if I want to learn an MMO. I think that's another reason why people don't switch to the MMO that they play. They just don't want to learn how to play a new MMO, right? It's like a lot of information you have to like figure out and learn. Would be cool to check it out. Sort of reminds me of Tibia. That's an MMO I've played a little bit. It's a pretty cool MMO. It's an old school MMO from like the 90s. 2D graphics. Supposedly there's a lot of grinding in old school RuneScape. And Tibia is like that too. Like Tibia, there's no level cap. You can just level to keep leveling all the way to 1,000. Which is pretty cool because if people, you know, when the first person who ever got like level 100 in Tibia, it was like a big moment. It also unlocked like new content no one's ever seen before. And the same thing happened at level 1000. There was like this door you could go through. Supposedly in Tibia, I forget if it's a door, but a certain area where you have to be level 1000 to access. So that game like never really ends. And it's hard to get your levels up to that point because whenever you die in Tibia, you lose XP. So dying is very punishing. Like you could lose a week's or months worth of XP. The higher level you are, the worse it is to die. So yeah, death is very punishing in Tibia. And I've heard hardcore RuneScape is pretty badass too. I think we're safe here. Doing our own bag space, getting a little tight. And another question I've seen pop up lately is like, what's it like playing alone in World of Warcraft? I think it's actually it's not bad at all. I've been mostly doing that on my mage. Like I'm not really in a guild. I kind of just fill in when people when they need somebody. I mostly just pug and it's been good. No issues at all. Is it better playing with friends? Yes and no. I think there's some benefits of playing by yourself because when you play it by yourself, you just focus on your own stuff. But playing with friends, it's more of a social thing. You're helping not only your character but your friends as well. So you put in way more time when you're playing with friends and guildmates. Like if you play solo, say you're finished with Molten Core and you don't need any gear from there, you just don't go back, right? But when you're in a guild, you always go back because you want to help your guildmates get, you know, Thunder Furies and the gear that they need, right? So I guess it's a more selfish style of play, but if you don't have the time to commit, which a lot of people don't, to like a guild schedule, then there's nothing wrong with it. And usually guild runs are more efficient. They're smooth. It's a smoother run. pugs are kind of a pain to do. I kind of enjoy guilds more, to be honest. But you can get into some good pugs. Like if you can find like a weekly pug that you could get into every week, and it's pretty good, I'd say that's like comparable to a guild run. Then you don't really mind if you're not really with a guild. The cool thing about being solo is there's nobody ahead of you on loot either. It's just if it drops, you get a chance to roll on it as long as you soft reserve it. If you're in a guild environment, say you're like pretty low on the, I guess, social hierarchy or totem pole or whatever, you're like a newer raider, you gotta wait in line for loot. Now if you're, you know, a player who's like, you know, pugging, if it drops, you get a chance to roll on it. So that's another benefit of pugging. You don't really have to wait in line to get loot. So yeah, World of Warcraft is soloable. Retail, it's even more soloable. Like if you think about it, all the different activities you can do in WoW solo. There's, you know, leveling is mostly a solo thing. You can level with people, but you can also level solo. Mount collecting is like a solo thing. I would consider, you know, going into old raids, taking down all the old bosses solo, trying to get some mounts. Delves, which is this new solo Mythic Plus style thing. What's going on here? They got people inside? Yeah, look at this. So scummy, dude. Who does this? Poor guy. Is this guy gonna die? What's he running over to me for? Why is there... yeah, I gotta get out of here. Literal insects just swarming around Cenarian Hold. Where'd the insect go? Just like disappeared? It's like the guy dragged it up there. Maybe it's time for us to leave.
Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to Cenarian Hold. From here we will strike against the Silithid where they're at their strongest. I hope you've come to lend a hand. You have my sincere gratitude. Your efforts in helping Cenarian Hold have shown true courage. Your performance has been truly exemplary so far, adventurer. Our supply lines are not completely safe yet, however. In the absence of dredge strikers, their larger southern cousins will surely move in to take their place in the north. You'll have to kill quite a few dredge crushers to keep them at bay, but we cannot leave the safety of our supply lines to chance.
We'll go up to Thunderbluff. Let's get out of here. This place is too dangerous. Somebody dragged that bug up there. From here. He was like running on a mountain, he dragged it up. What you could do, like say, you just run up there as a hunter, you could feign death, say somebody uses an ability in town. Or they buff your character. Then they can... That would put you on the aggro table, and then once they feign death, the bug just starts attacking you. We should just get out of here. Taking a while to get most of this completed. We need to go to Thunderbluff anyways. There's also a buff we can get that will probably pick up. Darkmoon Fair's up so we can get 10% increased damage. I think we'll probably do that today. I'm not too sure where we will go next. Could head over here. Do Broodling Essence. It's okay. Probably going to Fellwood, guys, to be honest. It's like the only... Still have quests here, right? A lot of things we can do. I don't know if we'll hold on to these quest items that we have, though. The Stonelash Scorpion Stinger and... What's the other item? Not too sure what the other item is. It's another, like, claw. Yeah, the skitterer fang. I guess we'll hold on to him. Why not? Still have some bag space. We're going to lose quite a bit after Evergreen Pouch. I'm just going to try one more time with the Ungoro Soil. If we don't get the 4 Moral Grain, I might just get rid of this quest too. Because it's becoming sort of a pain. What people usually do if they're not self-found, they just go to the auction house and purchase, you know, Ungoro Soil for 8 silver, and then you get the quest done. Like, nobody goes and farms Ungoro Soil, like... It's literally going down to collect dirt. It's such a... Not doing that. And we also need... Oh, man, I should have went to Camp Mahache. Yeah, I have a quest to turn in here. It only gives us 1500 XP, though. And then we get Lathendris' Web, which is a dungeon quest. I think it's for Lower Blackrock Spire. But yeah, really, like, you can almost do everything solo, even raiding in Mythic Plus. Like, yeah, you have to join, like, a pug group, but you don't really need friends or a guild to play an MMO. At all. It's more fun with friends, though. That's for sure. It's cool seeing your buddies get loot they've been trying to get for a while. But it can be a headache with friends as well. Can be a little bit of a headache. It's up and down. You know, there's good and bad. One thing I like about solo is just you play at your own pace. Kind of like that. Wow, what's going on here? Orc Shaman. And the Barons. Fighting against those Quillboar. I remember when we were there. But yeah, I'm happy we're out of that southern part. It's time to get out of there. We got a quest done. We'll hold on to the other items, and then maybe we'll go back when we're like 58 or something like that. But we'll probably go to Felwood, get some quests done. We'll probably head over to Ashara. I'll be hanging out in this area. Ashara, Felwood, Winter Spring, for the most part. Quite a few quests to do in all these zones. We could easily get to 60. And just Felwood, Winter Spring, Ashara. Yeah, we'll check out the Darkmoon Fair as well. You don't want to play the games, though, as a hardcore player. Stay away from some of those Darkmoon Fair games. There's a game where they launch you out of a cannon, and you have to aim to land in the river here. I've seen a lot of people get launched and they just fall to their death. So you need to watch out for that. We got 5 days on Darkmoon Fair. There's really no rush. It is good to get the buff. 10% damage helps quite a bit. It's like an amazing time to be leveling a WoW character. Pretty much leveling 10% faster with that buff. Flying into Thunderbluff's always a cool moment. We're back home. Oh, level 60 dead. Strat home. Did some PvP against an undead warrior and got eliminated. That's a rough death, dude. Usually priests destroy warriors. I guess he just got some good crits and was able to stay on top of them. Okay, so let's head down here. We'll turn this quest in.
You wish to speak?
Get rid of some junk.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Let's set our hearth here, actually. Might be a good idea. Because then we could just hearth back here whenever and just get the buff. Well, for the next 5 days.
What brings you to Old Mac?
Ah, at long last, the tablet of Bethamara. I was wondering if my partnership with Jediga had failed or if the poor orc had found her death in Ajara. I'm glad she was successful. Bethamara was one of the Highborn's most influential alchemists. The wizard alone was said to have mastered transmuting metals, among other things. Take this note to Jediga. Tell her the payment will be here for her when she returns. And tell her I am pleased with her work.
We can't
Go
get any.
swiftly, adventurer. Tell your master I will be awaiting her here.
If we got moral grain there, I would have been tempted to go back to Ungrow Crater, get some dirt and try keep trying, but I think it's over for that quest, guys. I think that quest is now something I don't want to do. Yeah. I'm just going to abandon it. Does it get rid of the loot? No, we still have it. Here it is here. It's not, there's no quest chain attached to it. It's just one quest. Gets you 3k XP. It's not really worth it. It's a lot of quests like that just aren't worth it. If you had gold though, it is worth it because you just buy the dirt and complete it pretty damn quick.
Be careful.
All right, so we have a bunch of letters. We have to go down one more level. We'll make Thunderbluff our home. What's our home currently? Gadget stand?
As the wind on the plains, you are always welcome here.
Okay, there we go. Thunderbluff is our home. Next episode, guys, we will probably head down here to the Darkmoon Fair. We'll pick up the 10% damage buff. I'll probably hearth back up here. And then we'll fly to Orgrimmar. We'll turn in bone-bladed weapons, and then we'll fly to Ashara. We'll turn in all of these quests. We'll probably pick up Betrayed. Maybe we'll deal with the Blood Elves with the 10% buff. Or maybe we'll just turn these in and then just fly to Felwood and just get a Songflower buff on top of our 10% damage buff and just start farming these quests here with the Oozes and the Deadwood Avengers, Den Watchers, and Shamans. That's going to be the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.